Hello, hello, mind your biz. I think I kind of have to start saying that now because if I mention a platform, then it causes problems. I mean, frankly, this is originally airing on YouTube, but you're probably watching it on the Mind Your Biz channel on BitTube, at least if you're watching an edited version. Let me give you an update of a couple of things that have kind of come to my attention over the last 24 hours, and then let's talk about, hey, you got the Norwegian newbie himself, as well as the LTC Bandit. Thanks guys so much. I'm going to kind of limit some of the call outs. I have been accused recently of Roderick. Wow, we are all very attentive to the news right now, right? Especially when it comes to some of the price action. Ooh, stray cats. Price action of some of our favorite coins, right? So yes, loot. I've been accused of doing mindless shout outs. But here's the thing, guys. You know I love your face, so it's hard for me not to say hello to friends and family and mining community. Don't want to make it too weird by saying, family. Because too many people loosely define family. I don't know. I don't want my kids to get jealous. Really? Really? Just warm enough today that I'm wearing the t-shirt and, there are bugs out. But as I walk to work, check out what came in the mail. Oh yes, this is the purchase that I made with my shift card. These were bought with Bitcoin. That's right, bought with Bitcoin, processed just like any other debit card. I'm gonna open this up one-handed. Oh, there we go. This is the only reason I work out, by the way, so I can open up stuff with one hand. Open up plastic packaging in one hand. And, alrighty, glasses case right there. Hey! Sean got his shift card also. Dude, this thing is so convenient. I spoke with Saber Maram from the BitTube project. They are working furiously to get their debit card going because of this ease of use. I like the anonymity of privacy coins, but I also like being able to use currency, right? Having it be highly fungible and actually usable. Let's do this. I'm gonna open this up. Oh man, I know I'm not at the office. I know I probably should wait till I'm like sitting at a desk or something, but I saw this in the mailbox and I was so excited that I realized I just needed to show you guys immediately. So, oh sweet. Green tea tumbler. Just took a tumble. Bummer. So the actual fees are really actually not bad. I'll do a breakdown video though of that. Yeah, price jump. It's true. These will be an expensive pair of glasses at some point in the future. Here's the thing. For today, I don't care. For today, I'm just going to shoot really straight. I don't care that 5 years from now, it's going to be like the 10,000 Bitcoin pizza, right? I can still wear these glasses, and that's why, like if I was going to order them, I was going to order them with premium options, right? So, alrighty, there we go. It says Mind Your Biz on the temple right there. And let's see if we can get this a little bit better set up. So if you're just tuning in, guys, I'm opening up a package that came from Zenny Optical where I bought my brand new glasses, brand new prescription glasses with the shift card. I wanted to try it out, and it was really easy to use. I saw on the mobile app that the purchase went through right away. Yeah, Alien says that for a $5 ATM fee, hopes the withdrawal was for a couple $100. Yeah, right. As far as the fees go, that's the nice thing about mining, right? So with mining, we can be very selective about how much we actually pay for our transfer fees. Hey, what's going on, Kevin? Good to see you in the comments, man. Oh, this is awesome. I've got the 3D clip-on for my glasses, so I can wear these prescription glasses into the theater if I want to watch a 3D movie for the cinema, guys. That's why I went with all the options. And then I've got my amber clip-on lenses right there, and on a day like today, I don't think I want to go amber. I think I want to go neutral density, just gray. So I'm going to go with neutral density right there. And then I will clip these guys on, oh so gently. And now, alrighty, Bob's your uncle. They are modular glasses, and they say mineyour.biz on the temple. Yeah, Yankee says, nerd alert. How much of a nerd? Buddy, you don't even know how. You don't even know how much of a nerd this guy is yet. We haven't even really talked nerd stuff yet. We can start quoting nerd stuff down the line. There we go, brand new Velvet cloth to keep them fresh and clean. And now I'll just clip all the stuff back up, mostly. But mostly I'll just stuff it back into the shipping container that it came through. Alrighty, oh man, that is so much nicer. On a day like today, that is so much better. Alrighty guys, I know, weird angle for anybody that's just tuning in. Very weird angle. But, you know, I'm shooting this on, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it just totally flipped upside down. Hey, that's way better. Shooting this on a phone, still kind of see my eyes, right? Kind of. Not too impersonal yet. Again, the beauty of the modern age. I'm walking past folks who are looking at me like I'm crazy. But, alright, so, guys, that's update number 1. This item shipped from the shift card. Now, one little issue, there is a codified emoji in the ASCII lineup for a pickaxe. And their embossing system didn't include it. It's just a little box. You ever done that before where you copy paste an emoji and it doesn't show the emoji, it just shows a box? That's what they just did to me. So, Zenny, if you're watching, you're gonna have to send me a replacement set of frames here because this does not fit the description of what I sent you. They sent me a couple of emails to confirm. That's why it took so long. And I approved that that's what I wanted. I wanted the pickaxe emoji, and they sent me this instead. I am disappointed, Zenny. I am disappointed. So, yeah, that's the update on the shift card. It worked, right? It worked. We already saw that the transactions went through, so we knew that it was going to work in that respect. And if I have my 10,000 Bitcoin pizza moment in a couple of years, so be it. I don't foresee that happening, right? For a couple of years. We don't have 1000x ahead of us on BTC in the next 12 months. I'm confident in saying that. I really am. If we somehow magically go to 100,000 Bitcoin, $100,000 USD per Bitcoin, then yeah, maybe I'll do an update where I'm like super sorry, super sad. Oh yeah. Okay, newbies on point here. BTC is not going to be our 1000x, and it's no problem that Bitcoin won't do 1000x because there are other coins that can. So let me go in order, guys. XMR. You know I'm excited about privacy coins. XMR has decreased its fees by a significant margin. Shout out to Omar Bam for being the first to break that news. Something like a 96% reduction in transfer fees on XMR. That's killer in terms of privacy and being able to send coins privately. You know that on AMD cards that you're going to mine crypto notes a little more efficiently, and you're going to be able to just rake in them coins, right? Get block rewards much faster on AMD cards. Just historically, they've done better on Monero, better on BitTube, better on all of the crypto notes. So that's really great news for anybody mining Monero. You now have a much more usable coin. Pretty excited about that. Guys, thank you so much for hitting that like button, by the way. Thank you so much for being subscribed so you know when I go live for this sorts of crypto walk and chat. But thank you especially, community, for being supportive of our community fund in Raven. We talked about this weeks ago, right? And we did a community vote asking, how should we create a community fund? And by and large, we kind of all agreed that because of the upcoming asset issuance from the desktop wallet, that Raven was the right way to go. Lo and behold, guys, Raven is having its moment. If you haven't checked the exchanges, if you haven't checked CoinMarketCap, if you haven't checked CoinGecko, go check it out. Take a look at the price action on Raven. And I was blown away. You probably saw a message from me on Discord last night, close to 2 a.m., that looking at the calculators, at least for mining profit at the moment, mining difficulty at the moment and profit at the moment, that Raven was actually more profitable to mine on AMD cards than even Monero was. Oh my gosh! That has basically never been the case for Raven. Raven has never been more profitable to mine on AMD than almost anything else, other than for very short periods of time, closer to the Genesis block, right? But here we are again, where Raven is perfectly profitable to mine on AMD cards. In fact, I've got 2 AMD rigs pointed at Raven right now. But that's in part because of our community aim, our community goal to keep a community fund in Raven right now and issue our own asset from that Raven fund, Raven Community Fund. So the Mind Your Biz Community Fund currently in Raven, and do we have all the Raven coins we need to issue our own asset, our own token? Yes, we do. So very excited about that, guys. Very, very excited about that. Okay, so I'm seeing, did we get to 1,000 Satoshi right now? Rod, is that happening real live? Are we at 1,000 Satoshi for Raven? Because if so, that is exciting. Okay, Joe's saying, so glad I mined it in March. Here's the thing, Joe, I mean, you're not wrong. Those of us who were in the know and were advising large-scale mines, we're talking about mining it in March. That was the time to mine it en masse, right? That was the time to mine it with heavy-duty hash power. So, yes, you are right, and you're smart, and that was good. And right now, it's not a terrible time to contribute to the Raven Coin project. It's really not. It's like investing in Bitcoin, right? When was the best time to invest in Bitcoin? 5 years ago. When's the second best time? Today. It's still a good opportunity. Guys, I'm still excited about crypto. Though maybe the BTC example, maybe Corey Round, the lead ambassador for the Mind Your Biz community, maybe he'll disagree with me on Bitcoin specifically, because he's a little bit bearish on Bitcoin right now. But you get what I mean. Investing in crypto in general. Best time was 5 years ago. Next best time today. Alrighty. Okay, so I think I already mentioned what I'm mining today. Let me jump back into some of the questions, guys. Let me see what we got. Ooh, N Mining says we're at 1,000 Satoshi. Rod said he's been able to measure 1028, which is great. T-Bone says, don't forget to mention the group hug after the stream. Yes, we do a lot of group hugging after the stream in our Discord. And other group stuff. All I'm going to say is it's a really good thing that we generally don't record all the live chat that takes place there, because it would be damning evidence. So, I've got Bobbly asking, what am I mining right now? So, yeah, right? Midnight sing-along. That was all of our U.S. contingent, too, I think, Yankee. It was pretty much only people that were stateside. We were all doing karaoke, group karaoke in the live chat. It was nuts. But here's the thing, man. We were watching Raven. We were watching it live. Go from, what, like 4 cents all the way up to 6. We watched it past 6 cents while we were just in that voice chat. And what did we do? We were helping each other optimize our rigs so that we would get more out of our AMD cards, because we haven't been mining Raven on AMD before. And somebody else mentioning, like, hey, I was mining Raven back in March. Again, that's brilliant. And that was like the #1 best time to mine Raven. When is the second best time to mine Raven? Right now. It's not a terrible time. Guys, as you know, this is not financial, legal, or business advice, but it is just common sense. There are some times where it's okay to jump on the bandwagon. Among those times is when there's liquidity and there's enough market depth for you to actually get your hands on profit. Yeah, sorry about that look. I don't often mad dog people as I'm crossing the street, but when a little bit of pushback. Somebody in an Audi trying to roll up past the cross, step directly in front of him. Sorry, not sorry. I'm walking here. So, Rod is saying his XMR wallet is always acting up. I feel for you, Rod. You got to make sure that you are completely up to date with the XMR wallet. I want to say the latest version is 0.13.03 for Linux, and for Windows, they might still be on 0.13.00. They might not be all the way up to the latest iteration. Hey guys, again, big shout out to say thank you for hitting that like button. Really appreciate you being supportive of the community. You may or may not be aware, for that third item, on the title and description. Freaking walking repository. I try not to be, guys. I try not to just like rattle off factoids, but you know, you spend enough time around it and it starts to get stuck up there, so you got to let it out somewhere. But let's talk about. Ooh, Joe's asking if I looked very closely at Baghdad. Let me get back to you on that one, Joe. But let's talk about WCC. As far as WCC, if you're not familiar with it, it's World CryptoCon. I will be there in Las Vegas. Not for 2 days, not for 3 days, not for 5 days. I'm going to be there for the entire week. So, if you are a member of a coin project, the core development team, let me be very clear. If you're a member of the core development team of a coin project, get a hold of me. I'd like to talk to you. I'd like to interview you there. There will be sort of a much faster process for us to get through more coin interviews. So, and members of the community, this is your time. This is a time to shill. If you've been waiting to shill me a project and say, oh my gosh, Seth, you've got to take a look at this project that I secretly hold a big fat bag of. You got to take a look at this project. Now's your opportunity to get me in touch with the core development team of that project. Do I want to talk to their community manager? Yeah, fine. That's okay. But realistically, you guys know that their community management team is not going to be able to answer the questions that their core development team is going to be able to answer. That's why I spoke to the developer of LokiNet. It was great talking to Josh and Simon, and actually they are extremely knowledgeable in the roles that they are. I believe that they're also kind of hands-on with development. And Mossy is saying that Loki doesn't excite him. That it doesn't excite him. You know, and that's fine. I'm not here to tell you exactly what's mine. Other than maybe saying you should probably take a look at Raven right now. You really should. It's got some amazing price action, but it's based on technology and functionality that's being rolled out. It's not based on a wild market pump. That's my personal gut response to seeing what's happening with the price action of Raven. And I've been talking about it for weeks. You guys know I've been talking about it for weeks. Carter over at BBT, he is a huge proponent of Raven. Early adopter, early miner, and the development team talks to him regularly. Tron, their lead developer, lives here in Utah. I've been told that I can and should interview him. I think I'm probably going to. And if he's at WCC in Las Vegas, I'm going to probably try to get a little bit more than a tiny bit of his time. I'm going to probably try to do an in-depth interview where we really talk about the tech that's being rolled out in Raven. It's exciting. It's truly exciting in my mind. And guys, with Loki, somebody brought it up. I didn't intend to talk about Loki, but let me just say that for the record, in interviewing their team, I think they're very serious about what they're doing. I think that they're being very smart about how they're funding so they can actually sustain operations. And I think that their roadmap is very ambitious. So in terms of a project that might be worth looking into and might be worth extending a little, like the benefit of the doubt, I think Loki's on that short list of projects that probably deserve the benefit of the doubt. We should probably take a look at what they're doing over the next few months and see how they deliver on their roadmap items before saying like, it's a flash in the pan, it's nothing. So, T-Bone is offering a bounty for getting his GPU mining tube better. Guys, if you're not a member of the Mind Your Biz Discord server, you should be. Because members like T-Bone, they're gonna ask for community help, and we're building a culture of generosity, right? So you've got Newbie that will often help answer your questions, often help people with timing straps on their AMD cards, often help people, and he'll offer it for free. But as you know also, I weaseled him into giving away his Ether address. So we give him donations too. So George, these came in the mail. They say Mind Your Biz on the side right there. and they were bought with Bitcoin. They were not bought with fiat. Rather, I used the service to do that. Woo! Nice and loud here on the corner. But so Josh is saying there are a bunch of other projects that he holds a bag of. Makes sense. Powell is asking about a project that he feels strongly about. Powell, here's what I think about it. I want to interview them in Las Vegas. Guys, this is my final ask to you as a community, and I'm hoping that you'll ask me in return to interview your favorite projects while I'm in Las Vegas, because I will have all kinds of time to interview them. And I'll have the perfect backdrop, right? We'll be in Las Vegas, got a little bit of time and a little bit of flexibility to go meet with people out for dinner, to go meet with people at the event, of course, meet with people at the hotels, meet with people wherever choose is best for their project, and make sure that we are able to ask difficult questions of developers. So put me in touch with those developer teams. Guys, I'm asking you, for your benefit, for my benefit, for the benefit of crypto in general and blockchain in general, get me in touch with your favorite projects. But make sure that you can justify what they do. Somebody mentioned before, hey Seth, do you think Loki is worth mining at all? And I'm going to go back on record as saying yes. When was the best time to mine Loki? Before they launched service nodes. When's the second best time to mine Loki? Maybe right now. The block reward is reduced, but you can still be supportive and you can launch your own service node. And that might be the best way for you to support it now. So yeah, I'm still something of a believer, maybe not in what they've delivered so far, but in their team. Their team impresses me as a can-do group of individuals. And they've continued to deliver on what they're going to do. So maybe you don't want to support them. Take a look at them. Take a look at them over the next 2-3 months. See what they do. Put them on your radar. There are some other teams also that say that they're delivering on new roadmaps. Well, actually, it's funny that AION brings up IntenseCoin. They are no longer IntenseCoin. They have rebranded. So they've got a little bit of a Zencash problem going on now. None of us is going to know what you're talking about in another 2 weeks. Be like, oh, IntenseCoin, I can't find their website. No. It'd be great if all these coin projects would just launch with a name that they feel comfortable sticking with. Whatever. So, all right, George is saying that he's a big fan of SnowGem. I've got to be honest, I was impressed with TX, with TXID. I was impressed with the team at SnowGem. Mike, their community manager, also super cool guy. And then same with Dax. Am I thinking of that right? I want to say Dax is on their team, right? Dax is the other developer. Good team, guys. Good guys. Have I been following their project closely? No, not as much. I haven't been. I'm not as aware of what else they're working on. The Zelcash team. Interesting team. Also working to deliver on milestones. Is their roadmap as ambitious as the others? I don't know. I have to check back in. And then Frankie 2 times is asking about Ether1. Ether1, let me just be very clear. Ether1 has kind of fallen out of favor. And I'm truly sorry for that. But at the same time, it's going to be hard, based on their white paper, it's going to be hard to recommend them. And I said that in the initial interview, that with their current roadmap and their current white paper, it's really hard to decipher what they are really all about, other than doing service nodes on the EVM, which they forked because they're a direct fork of Ethereum. So it's going to be hard to recommend Ether1 for now. That and there was a clear dump as they hit exchanges, which is kind of a bummer. So we're going to have to see what they do over the next 2 months. But right now, I would not recommend mining Ether1 for today. Kind of a bummer, guys, I know. So I see we're at a fever pitch right here. Somebody's saying October 31st, BTC crash. That would be hilarious. to see everybody in Las Vegas talking about Bitcoin at World CryptoCon and watch Bitcoin completely take a nosedive. I'd have front row seats, so that'd be cool. Well, and a camera too. Ooh, imagine what I can do with that. All right, guys, let me take these shades off because I'm sitting in the shade myself, so I don't need quite so much eye protection. Yeah, last minute, that would be, it really would be some fun chaos to cover. I like these frames. These are nice. Yeah, see, I got these as daily drivers, guys. Anti-glare is working pretty well. You can kind of see it from the sides, but facing straight forward, no glare at all, right? So guys, I'm excited. I'm really excited by crypto right now. And it's not just because of a trade show. Trade shows help, right? They help build up excitement. But I'm excited because of some of the technology that's being delivered by some teams. That's cool. Let me also give a shout out to XHV. I mentioned, or somebody mentioned in our Discord server that last night a bit of the market went illiquid. Not much was moving, but Haven was still moving. So congratulations, Haven team. Both Haven Dev and Don Tour. You guys are doing great work. I can also give a shout out to their mystery developer who's been helping them. Somebody who our community knows and loves and respects very much in the development community, but who will remain anon for now. But pretty excited. And guys, again, so somebody's asking, is BTC accepted for food and for other expenses at events like this? Well, in a way, yes. I'm using the Shift card right now. That's a follow-up on these glasses. So I don't know that I'm going to be paying my expenses in Bitcoin while I'm there. I don't feel very comfortable with the idea of the sorts of credit card fraud that can take place, taking place with my Bitcoin account or with my Coinbase account. That would be really uncomfortable for me. So I'm probably going to use fiat for those expenses, or allow for sponsors to handle that some other way. Guys, I'm really excited about what I'm seeing with Raven. Super cool. Okay. Greg's still alive. All right, Greg. We're glad you're still alive, man. Good to see you. So, guys, Raven, pumping. Is it going to dump? I don't know. I'm not convinced that it will immediately. Here's the thing. Price action is not my strong suit. It's not what I do. Technical analysis. This is not financial or investing advice. Never has been. But what I am going to say is that for mining, inexplicably, Raven has become profitable on AMD cards, where it hasn't been more profitable on AMD cards than crypto notes for a long time. Figured that one out, probably because of the price action, but I personally suspect that the price action is because of the technology being rolled out. Not announced, not roadmapped, not planned, not hinted at in a random interview, actually being set up. Oh dear. Okay, so I'm getting a bit of lag on some of these comments. Somebody's asking about new functionality being launched on Ether 1. I think that's great, and I'm going to have to do a follow-up, but my issue with Ether 1 is that it very much shifts the block reward in favor of their master nodes too soon. It's too premature, so they're going to alienate miners too soon in the game. You asked a very difficult, direct question. Let me give you a very difficult, inconvenient, and sad answer. Ether 1, they shifted their mining rewards in favor of master nodes too fast. It's just too fast. And I didn't look through their repo to figure that out. So kudos to the community, especially Surgeon. So SRXA in our Discord server mentioned that, had said, hey, look, I went through their repo, and their block reward is going to shift actually very, very fast, very soon on an upcoming block, faster than most people expect. So there you go. You asked a direct question. I'm going to give you as direct an answer as I possibly can. ETHO FS might not be enough to save Ether 1 because they alienated their miners too soon. Okay, so Mossy is asking about ETA of Bitmain, RVN ASIC. These are the right questions, guys. These are the right questions. Raven ASIC, are you guys ready for a bombshell? It probably already exists. It's probably already out there. It's probably not for sale, but it probably already exists. Yep, so George, we mentioned that before. I thought it was 96, but 97% drop in Monero fees is great. Guys, long live privacy. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Monero. Yeah, guys, that's the thing. So we're getting the comments going through now about crickets and oh my gosh, I'm keeping my mouth shut. But what I'm going to say is that in conversation with ASIC designers like Christy Lee Minahan, really intelligent people who do this for a living, guys, the writing's been on the wall since the initial GPU-oriented ASICs were announced. When we saw the Z9 Mini announced, we should have probably seen this coming. When we saw the X3 announced, we probably should have taken more note. And now when we saw the E3 announced for Ethereum, we probably should have said like, oh my gosh, they're coming for all of our GPU algos. Because they are. They're interested in all of the GPU-oriented algos. And if they can make these ASICs a little bit more flexible by placing an FPGA on board as the controller or for a couple of the algorithms, then it's as simple as a firmware update that contains a bit stream to completely own the next iteration of that algorithm. If all they do is change the N and K numbers in a way that the ASIC cannot, or that the ASIC can pivot, the FPGA element of that ASIC can pivot to accommodate, then yeah, that's what's gonna happen over and over and over and over again. It's cat and mouse, guys. What Fluffy Pony announced with Monero by changing up their algorithm every 6 months, what he announced might be okay, but it's probably not enough. It's probably not enough to be able to outrun the development of ASICs. And now with FPGAs in the market, they're not just a hypothetical, they're a real force in the market and on the networks right now. With FPGAs out there, we're going to see the same kind of thing happen with bit streams. Custom bit streams being written for algorithms that can be FPGA mineable, and the development time there is even less because there's not new hardware to configure. There is new hardware to write into a bit stream, but it is pushed in a software update. You guys asked. Sorry, ask a silly question, ask a direct question. You know I'm going to try not to hold back. Let me put out a disclaimer. Do I know of a Bitmain ASIC coming out that is definitely RVN flavored, that's definitely X16R? No, I don't. So, disclosure statement, I am not aware of there being an actual ASIC that does that. But what I can say is, just putting 2 and 2 together, in having interviews with Christy months ago, talking about how it wouldn't be that hard to create an ASIC for X16R, in getting an X11 ASIC myself and in doing a private teardown, and in kind of evaluating what's happening between FPGA devices and then GPU accelerators that are FPGA based. Guys, just adding it all up, there has to be an X16R ASIC already in development somewhere. And if it's not being burned in and tested somewhere, I'd be shocked. But do I have any kind of privileged knowledge of that sort of thing? No. And I'm not just saying I can neither confirm nor deny. I just don't know. I don't know. I haven't talked to anybody that's told me, hey, Seth, guess what? There's an X16R ASIC that's being tested right now at our lab. We're going to own the Raven network. You know, little monocle going on and top hat. Hi, we're the privileged upper crust of the mining community, and we own all the ASIC development. I don't think that's happening. I don't think there's a Bilderberg or Rothschilds group within mining right now that we're aware of. Maybe there is. Gosh, I don't know. We can go full tinfoil hat here in a minute. But as far as there being an X16R ASIC, guys, let's put on our big kid pants, right? Like, realistically, think of the product development cycle. Think of when the Z9 Mini came out. Think of when the X3 came out. Think of when the E3 came out. Think of the Z9 full size. Think of the A9Z Master. Think of all the other ASICs that have been announced and delivered, and what the timeline has been like, and how long they've had to work on X16R. It is probably very likely that It's out there. Yeah, it's out there. All right, guys. That's the message for today. Again, you want to show me a project? Go ahead and show me a project over on Discord. Put it in Coin News Spam, or you can @ me over in our public Discord. I'm probably going to be turning off private messages for people I don't know down the line. Dang, I got that congestion going on. Not today. Not today. I'll still be allowing for private messages, but please try to @ me publicly and talk about it in the Coin News Spam section of our Discord server. So let's, yeah, guys, let's talk about projects that I should be interviewing while I'm at WCC. If their coin team is not going to be there, I can't interview them there. But I want to line up all those coin interviews there at WCC. Help me line up your favorite projects that our community has vetted, and that at least can give some kind of a, you know, an endorsement of. So it's not completely random, and I'm not going and seeing, you know, 300 projects that just have no business being on the channel. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean. Sharing is caring. Let's do that now, right? Now's the time. All right, guys. Thank you for hitting that like button. See dozens upon dozens of people who've been watching. So thank you for hitting that like button. Thank you for being subscribed. Thank you for being a member of, yes, I did see your suggestion. And I want to say that I've reached out to that project, but I'll double check again. Thank you for being subscribed and being a member of our Discord server, and being the mentor that you wish you had. Guys, the power of community is so much greater. It's so much greater than one person. And we've had brilliant people on the show, right? We've had people who are clearly certified geniuses, clearly prodigies on the show. And the power of community is far greater than any one person. So thank you for being a member of this community and an active contributor, a giver, not just a taker. You're the reason I make these videos. I love your face, and I will see you in the next one.